Of what it is you need to do when you transition from spring training to the regular season in terms of roster management, because a lot of people who play franchise will make the mistake of not doing what I'm about to do in this video, and it will cause a lot of chaos and a lot of problems with their rosters as they enter into the regular season, because essentially what it's going to do is it's going to make the decision on how your roster is going to get cut down to your MLB active roster is going to be cut down to 26. See, what happens is in this game, in spring training, your entire 40-man roster is brought up to the active roster. So essentially your 26-man roster becomes a 40-man roster, and it reflects, again, all of the personnel in your 40-man roster, right? But what's going to happen is when you end spring training, you need to whittle that number back down to 26 before you enter the regular season. Otherwise, CPU does that for you. They end up sending the wrong guys down. They end up sending guys down who are out of options, therefore putting them on waivers. All kinds of terrible things can happen if you don't do what it is about the show in this video. And I'll probably do an even better version of this video someday. Right now I'm having a little bit of a back problem, so I'm just kind of doing it from the PlayStation directly. But when I get in front of my computer sometime, I'll do a proper video. But this is like a good start, I think, in terms of broaching this topic, because this is a thing that can ruin a franchise playthrough for a lot of people. Some big YouTubers even haven't figured this out. They'll kind of scratch their heads wondering what happened to their roster, why the CPU did a bunch of stuff, and it's really just because they didn't recognize the fact that their 40-man roster becomes an active roster for spring training and then goes back down to 26. So anyway, you'll see what I'm talking about as we move forward here. So spring training is over, right? There's no more spring training, no more spring training games. So again, what you're going to have to do is get this down to 26. So you can see here that it says 40-man, 40, right? All 40 are in the the major league team. They're all in the active roster. It says active 39 out of 40. The reason being it doesn't say 40 out of 40 is because I have an injury right now. That'll be resolved here in a second. So what I want to be able to do before I move into the regular season is get that thing that says active to go from 39 out of 40 to 26. I'm actually going to knock it down to 25 because I'm expecting this one injured player to come back. Actually, this might be a problem. No. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to activate that injured player now so that this is not an issue. Injured list. Okay. So, yeah. Let's activate the player. And that should fix it. It should now say 40 out of 40. Yep. Okay. Perfect. So, again, I want to make that say 26 out of 40 before I go forward. So, there's going to be some boring stuff here. And, again, this is not a proper video where I'm going to be able to cut it down. But this won't take me too long to figure out. So, the first thing I want to do is probably go into my pitchers because I'm going to be able to recognize who I want as my starters and who's not going to be staying with the big league club. Like these are the guys that I'm going with, right? For sure. In fact, most of the people that you see here are going to be staying, and most of these guys down here underneath the closer are not moving forward this season on the big league squad. So it's not too hard to figure out. In fact, let's go back to roster. Let's go to starting pitchers and just kind of go through these names. He's staying, he is staying, he's staying, yep, absolutely, him too. I'm pretty sure up as a long reliever. So now we can deal with these other guys. DEUTSCHER is not going to stay up. DEUTSCHER still has options. So I'm going to go ahead and use his second option here and send him back down to AAA. So you'll see how the roster changes. It'll say active 40 out of 40, then it'll go to 39 out of 40 once I option him to AAA. So you'll get the gist of it pretty quickly, I think. So move to AAA. Use an option. Okay, perfect, right? Boris Cole, this is another guy who's not staying up right now. He has one more option remaining, so I'll be using his third option here. So Boris Cole, AAA. Okay. Gallo, he is not staying up. I'll be using his second option, so he'll go to AAA. Okay, perfect. Briggs. Briggs has one more option remaining, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. AAA for him as well, and I may change some of those decisions after I'm done with this. Once they're optioned to the minors, whether it's AAA or AA, you can then shuffle them around however you want, how many times you want. It doesn't matter. The option is only used when you send them down to the minors, period, right? So I'm sending them all to AAA right now. There may be further alterations as we go. So AAA. Herb Taylor. Okay, yeah, he will go to AAA. Probably end up being a AA, but again, just everybody's moving to AAA for now. Just make it easy. All right, Arias. Okay, yep, this will be his first option, so. All right, so just by doing that, I'm already down to 34 out of 40, so that's a good start. Relief pitchers, Bobby Morales. Bobby Morales will not be staying up. He will be sent down. This will be his second option. So AAA for him. Let's look at the closers now. He's definitely up, staying up, staying up. He may go down. I haven't used a single option with him yet. I think what will happen is he may be someone that I switch back and forth with that guy that I'm going to be using in long relief. It just sort of depends on performance here. So let me just kind of hold off on that decision for now so I can deal with the ones that are more obvious. Yes, 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 all these guys. So David Loftus will not be staying up. I'm going to be using his second option. I'm going to send him down to AAA. Okay. And Navarro, he will not be staying up. I'll be using his first option. So AAA. Okay. No more there. Catchers, this is another easy one. So Savala will not be staying up, although I like him as a catcher within the next couple of seasons, maybe even next year. So yeah, this will be his first option. Okay, so AAA. We're down to 30. Good, good, good. All right, so no first baseman I need to worry about there. No, we're good there. Gates, Willett, Taguchi, Mason, Ibanez, Kessler. Kessler is definitely not staying up. He'll be sent to AAA. This is going to be maybe his first option. Yep. All right, AAA. Page is staying up. Prado will not be staying up. He is going to be using his first option, so he's going to AAA. All right, there's no one else there I need to worry about. Outfielders, Ojeda. Yeah, so Ojeda's going to go down to AAA on his very first option. Okay. Good. All right, so yeah, that's right. Only Gomez is staying up. Sanchez and Lundstrom are both staying up. Okay, so now I need to revisit this deal with the closer. So yeah, that'll be simple. Go back to the closer. And because I'm going to be keeping Batista up as a long reliever, I love that 91 hits per 9. So that's kind of why I'm doing that. His 72 walks per 9 is also quite nice. I think he's going to be a very effective long relief man. So I'm opting to keep him up rather than Landgraf, but I have Landgraf, you know, waiting in the wings, obviously. I hate doing this to a guy who's 28, but you know, I have the options. So he must have got into the minors at kind of a late age or something. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna send you down to AAA, bud, and that'll take us to 26. So see how it says MLB 40-man 26, and then it says active 26 out of 40. So this is exactly what it needs to look like in order to now move forward to the regular season, and you won't end up with the CPU, you know, making a bunch of bad decisions on your behalf and then screwing up your roster and sending people on waivers and all these other things that are problematic. So again, just to kind of prove my point, I'm going to go ahead and put advance the day, and there we are. And it should say 26 out of 26 now. It sure does. 40-man 26, and then 14 in AAA. That's exactly what you want. No problems there. Everything is intact, just how I left it. I've got the right amount of guys there, and I've got the right amount of personnel here as well. So yeah, so that's how it works. Pretty simple. And again, I'll do a proper video in the future where you know, I have my video on me as well, and you know, the whole deal, the whole streamer thing. So but that's it. Hopefully some of you guys out there find this useful, so you don't make the same mistakes that countless numbers of people have, thus ruining their franchise playthroughs. So that'll do it.